AITA for breaking off my engagement because my fiancé made an offensive joke about me to his friends? I'm 29F, got engaged to my fiancé Ethan, 31M, about 8 months ago. We'd been dating for 4 years. Everything seemed great until last month when I discovered he'd been making jokes about me behind my back. It started when I was getting ready for work one morning. Ethan was in the shower. His phone was on the nightstand buzzing constantly. I wasn't trying to snoop, but the notifications were going off nonstop. I glanced at it. Group chat with his friends. The most recent message was from Ethan. He'd sent a photo of me sleeping. I was drooling slightly. My hair was a mess. He'd captioned it. Even knocked out, she can't stop talking. Look at her mouth hanging open like she's about to start rambling about some random work drama nobody cares about. His friends had responded with laughing emojis. One said, LOL, she's hilarious. Another said, that's why you're marrying her though, right? Ethan responded, honestly sometimes I wonder, she's exhausting. I felt like I'd been punched in the stomach. I didn't confront him immediately, didn't want to seem like I was snooping, but I spent the rest of the day replaying that message, replaying him calling me exhausting, replaying him taking a photo of me vulnerable and mocking me to his friends. I couldn't focus at work, kept thinking about what else he'd said about me, what other jokes had been made, what his friends actually thought of me. That night, I brought it up casually, asked Ethan about the group chat, asked what they talked about. He got defensive immediately, said his group chat was private, asked why I was looking at his phone. I said the notifications were going off and I'd glanced at it, that I'd seen a message from him, that I'd read it and felt hurt. He said I shouldn't have looked, that it was a private conversation between him and his friends, that I was invading his privacy. I said I didn't intentionally read it, that I'd seen it by accident, that the real issue was what he'd written, that he'd taken a mocking photo of me and sent it to his friends. He said that was just joking around, that his friends joke about their girlfriends and wives all the time, that it didn't mean anything, that I was being sensitive. I asked what she's exhausting meant, if that was a joke. He said yes, that it was hyperbole, that I do talk a lot sometimes and his friends find it funny. I said there's a difference between lighthearted teasing and mocking someone while they're asleep and vulnerable, that sending a photo of me drooling was cruel, that calling me exhausting wasn't funny. He said I was overreacting, that everyone jokes about their partners, that it was normal, that I shouldn't take it so seriously. But it didn't feel like normal joking, it felt deliberate, it felt mean-spirited, it felt like he was building a narrative with his friends that I was annoying and exhausting. I let it go that night, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. Over the next week, I noticed other things, the way Ethan would roll his eyes when I started talking, the way he'd interrupt me mid-sentence, the way he'd make comments like here we go again when I'd bring up anything personal. I started paying closer attention to how he treated me, and I realized he'd been subtly dismissive for months, maybe longer. I'd just been too in love to notice. 2 weeks later, Ethan's friends came over for poker night. I made appetizers, set up the living room, tried to be a good host. While they were playing, I was in the kitchen cleaning up. I could hear them talking in the other room, laughing. Then I heard my name. One of his friends said, so Ethan, when are you gonna trade her in for a newer model?